you're headed our way to Thunder Bay to play at Fort William Historic Park.
Yes, we're looking forward to that. We haven't been in Thunder Bay in, I think it's about 2 or 3 years now, possibly more. So we're looking forward to getting back, and the people have always been good to us there. They like the music and they like to have a good time, so it should be fun.
I think it's going to be a good concert. You got a good venue at Fort William Historic Park. For the
Yes.
for the Rovers, it's been a long ride. What are the highlights?
Many. Probably the television show that we did in the 70s and 80s. That was a highlight because we met so many nice people. We met a lot of the big stars of the day, and they were all very genuine and very whatever we really wanted them to do, they would do on the show. So they were always very giving that way and very nice to us. And yes, those type of memories don't really forget. And probably going to Japan. We went to Japan as Irish entertainers, Irish Canadian entertainers to represent Canada. So we did that 2 or 3 times over the years, and that was always something phenomenal since we were all born in Ireland, and here we were representing Canada. So that was sort of nice.
Well, I have to admit, growing up, our family all gathered around the TV like it was a radio to watch the show. So I'm quite familiar.
Well, unfortunately, for people like you, that's all you had. You only had one channel. I always tell people we had a popular show, but it was forced upon a lot of people, Ontario and Manitoba, and they only had one channel. They had no choice. It was either us, then the Beachcombers in Disneyland. I think that's the way it went.
That was Sunday nights, you betcha.
Yes.
You were in Ireland recently for a tour. What was that like, going home?
It was great. It was. I still have a sister in Ireland, so my wife and I, we go back as much as we can, usually a couple of times a year. And 2 of the fellows live there. One of them lives away down in Cork, which is in the bottom of Ireland, and the other fellow lives up in Belfast, which is up near the top. So anytime we can get home, it's a great thing. And what we did is we filmed a PBS special, and it was called Home in Ireland, and it was nice to see all of the places that we had remembered. And so we went there and we filmed and sang songs and had a pub scene, and then PBS has been showing it on their network in the United States. So that was all very, very nice. It's nice to come home like that and be able to do some work and finally show my sister that, yes, see who we are. People know us. She said, who are these boys? I don't know them.
Well, that's something that a lot of people seem to have a confusion on. They all think the Irish Rovers or the Rovers were Canadian, but singing Irish songs. How did that come about?
We actually started, Jimmy Ferguson and I started the band in Toronto. We had immigrated from Northern Ireland and we met in Toronto. So the band did indeed, in fact, start in Toronto, and then we went out to Calgary, Alberta, and worked out there for about 8 or 9 months when my brother Will joined us. So we were, you could say we were a Canadian group under that aspect, but then most of our work after that was in the United States. We went out into California, and that's where we started making inroads. And as a matter of fact, the little Unicorn song, it broke in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So there's some American places call us their hometown band as well. So I'm saying, all right, more power to them. Whoever wants us can have us.
You bet. So you're headed to Thunder Bay. Where else are you playing on the way over to Thunder Bay?
Well, Thunder Bay will be the first, and then we do 3 or 4 all in Ontario. We do, I'm not quite sure of all of them, but there are 3 or 4 places after Thunder Bay. And it's just a short 6-day tour, and then we all go back home again. So it's sort of nice to get together. We haven't been together now in about 2 months, so it'll be nice to see each other and do a few shows. And then we'll go home again, and then we start our big maritime tour in the middle of September, which goes right through to the end of October. So there's lots of Canadian work this year, and that's good because everybody in the band loves Tim Horton, so we're set.